Well, hello everyone. This is Tim Bost with FinancialCyclesWeekly.com, and we want to talk with you today about a very, very critical situation that can impact your life, your money, and indeed your very ability to survive during the coming months and years. We have an unusual astrological configuration coming up in the near future that deserves your attention today. What we've got going on is this. We have two very suspicious characters from the astrological pantheon lining up in an exact 90-degree angle coming up during the next few months. These guys are Uranus, the planet of surprises, explosions, and unexpected events, and Hades, the trans-Neptunian factor that's connected with everything disgusting, decay, filth, evil things in general, and bad circumstances of all sorts. So when these two line up in a particular way, they get a combined emphasis that can have truly devastating effects, and that's what we're concerned with here today, because these exact alignments between Uranus and Hades will be occurring during the months of October and December 2011. Now, even though we can pinpoint the exact days when these occur, these are very big, slow-moving factors in astrology, so they have a long time orb, a delayed impact, a sustained impact, we should say, over the entire period ahead of us. So it goes on through the remaining months of 2011 and well into 2012 as well, which is why it deserves our attention. Now, this is a very unusual event. It's only occurred about 9 times over the last 300 years or so, when we have these very, very strong angular relationships between Uranus and Hades. So we can see that it's been a while since we've had to deal with this. It won't happen again after this series of events until 2039, but we need to be prepared to contend with it right now during the months ahead, because this is a very, very critical occasion. So what does this all mean for us? I think that's really the big concern here today. What's the bottom line? What exactly can we expect? Well, we can find out a little bit about it by looking at what has happened during the past occurrences of these exact alignments between Hades and Uranus during the past couple of hundred years. What we've seen is a great deal of political corruption and graft going on. We have seen real estate bubbles bursting and housing prices, real estate prices going into very, very sharp declines. We've seen people being thrown into jail for unpaid debts that they can't afford to pay back. Massive street demonstrations, people taking to the streets all across continents demanding change of one sort or another. The collapse of essential transportation companies that businesses and individuals have come to rely on. Runaway inflation. Expanded taxes and tariffs. The suspension of the right of habeas corpus and other civil liberties. Prime interest rates zooming up above 21% at times. Prosecutions for crimes against the state in many different countries. Bank failures galore. Emergency tax cuts. The slashing of tax rates only to be followed a very short time later by huge tax increases hot on their heels. Stock market crashes time and time again. Armed insurrections with people taking up arms against the governmental bodies. Nasty financial manipulations, in short, blood in the streets. That's what's been happening in the past, and it could all happen again. As a matter of fact, it's already happening now. We're seeing many of these events already starting to unfold in the world around us, and we're having to contend with it. That's why it's so important to be fully prepared for the big Uranus-Hades alignments that are coming up in October and December 2011. As I say, these events will extend in their influence well past these dates also. Because this is a time of absolutely amazing opportunity. You know, it was Baron Philippe Rothschild who said that the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. And this is a familiar quotation in stock market lore. What many people ignore is the second half of what he said, even if the blood is your own. The time to buy is when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own. That's the kind of advice we need to take to heart right now in the face of all these calamitous events being triggered by the exact alignments of Uranus and Hades in the months ahead. Now, we've put together some of the information on this Uranus and Hades alignment. It's just been published in a brand new monograph, about 63 pages in length. Uranus and Hades, Obscene Corruption and Speculative Surprises. This is available right now at http:/bit.ly/2011 Hades. That's all lowercase. It's case sensitive, but you'll be able to get to it. This is a detailed monograph that gives you the complete analysis of all of these previous occurrences going back to the 1760s. Exactly what has happened in the past, exactly what we can expect in the months and years to come. In addition to that, there's a detailed analysis of dozens of major market indices and specific stocks and commodities that you can take a look at to see how they have reacted to this kind of dynamic and what we can expect in trading them profitably during the months and years ahead. So this is a powerful tool that you can use to align yourself with these coming alignments of Uranus and Hades during the months ahead. So get a copy now at http://bit.ly/2011 Hades. This is Tim Bost with FinancialCyclesWeekly.com. Thanks so much for taking time to join me today.